Welcome to video number 3 of the motorized trike build. In the last video, we took apart a BMX bike, a mountain bike, and part of a scooter, and welded all that together. So we thought that we were going to put the front foot pegs on it, but we didn't have time. So in this video, we are probably going to try to do that and put the motor on it, and maybe even put the battery and the speed control on it. So let's get started. So for the front footrests, we thought that we could use the old handlebars, but that will look janky. It's just kind of like a pair of handlebars flipped upside down. We could use the pedals and just flip this around. That would just kind of look a little janky. Or the old swing arm. But I think what looks best would be the front forks connected to the BMX bike's old freestyle pegs. So that's what you're going to do. So we got the foot pegs on. Next step, take apart the scooter. So this is what the inside of a scooter looks like. We have 2 batteries, a bunch of wire connectors, and the speed control. For the wires, we marked them so we know which ones go together. So this is 1, this is 3, and this one is 5. So with those, let's just undo those real fast. Alright. And the speed control is down there. Now the batteries. They are really big batteries. This is the portion of the scooter we are going to want to mount to the big wheel because it has the breaker, the on-off switch, and the charging port. We also want the motor. We're going to want to measure the motor. It will help us place it on the motorized big wheel. You're going to want to do it right in the center, all the way to the old axle bolt. We already measured it, and it's 7 5/8. So let's pull this sucker out. So we got the motor out, we got the battery box out. We want to mount the battery box like a gas tank. We think that would look the coolest. So it looks something a little like this. So I'm not going to make you watch me mount the motor and the battery box. So we'll do that off camera. So hold tight and let's get that done. Alright guys, I told you I would check back in with you once we got the battery box and the motor on, and we did. We flipped the battery box around so it looks more like a gas tank with the fat end up and the skinny end on bottom. We have the motor on. We even got to put the chain tensioner on it. And since it's so much, the battery box is so much closer to the handlebars, like in maybe 4 or 3 feet, that we're going to have to shorten up this wire so much. And now the motor is a lot further away to the battery box that we're going to have to lengthen it up a little bit. We still have to do paint and final assembly. And before we end the video, I thought it would be a cool thing. I have a speedometer app on my phone, and we would hook it up to the motorized trike, and we would figure out how fast it would go, powered by gravity. So I got my phone hooked up. It has the speedometer app on it, so it should record the max speed. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we're just gonna dart down the hill real fast, and I'll tell you guys the max speed. Let's go. Alright, you can see that my max speed was 12 miles an hour. I thought it felt slower than it did the last time I was riding it. So we're going to take the chain off, and that might be slowing it down. So we're going to try it again with the chain off. Gravity run number 2. Here we go. We hit 12 miles an hour again. The neighborhood speed limit is 25, So we have some room for improvement. So even though it was only 12 miles an hour, that is still really fun to ride. I still remember it being faster though, so I don't know if it might have gotten heavier from the footrests or something, but I just remember it going maybe 1 or 2 miles faster. And I can hardly even wait once we paint it and get the motor up and running and stuff like that. It's probably gonna go really fast. So, if you want to see how this thing ends, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment if you want, and like the video if you did. See you on the next one.